Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam91. As you may remember, Rishabha told his sons to save themselves from karma by bhakti. Rishabha spoke these words to his sons, who were already very much like him. It was more to guide the people of the world that he gave this discourse. He then crowned Bharata as king, renouncing his kingdom, his wife and children, and all that was once his. Rishabha, who had never been deluded by Maya, left the country and went away. He wandered all over the world till his time of freedom came. It is the rule of life that even when people have no desires left, when nothing in the world moves them, when they are ready to move away from the world, still life persists until the appointed time comes. When a potter spins the wheel to fashion the pot of clay, it spins long after the pot is removed from it. Even so, because of some chance, some samskara of the previous birth, life will not leave the body even if the day he is ready to die. It was so with the king Rishabha. He had become an avadhut, and after a long wandering, he reached the slopes of the hills Kutaka. While he was there, a forest fire devoured the large forest where he was wandering, and he found release from the bondage called karma, which had never really touched him. 60. Bharata the hermit. Bharata, the son of Rishabha, ruled the kingdom well. He was a righteous man, and his rule was perfect. So famed was the earth under his rule that in later days she earned the name Bharatavarsha, since the good king Bharata ruled her. In the wake of his ancestors, Bharata followed all the rules of conduct which are prescribed for a king, and the earth was happy under his rule. He was a great devotee of Narayana. In the heart of Bharata was imprinted the form of the Lord. When he felt that he had enjoyed the kingdom and the pleasures it held long enough, Bharata divided the kingdom among his sons, crowned his eldest son as the king, and renounced everything. He went away to Hardwar, to the ashram of the sage Pulaha. The ashram was located in a picturesque spot. It was surrounded by the river Chakra, which is even today full of shaligramas, the stones which are worshipped, since the Lord Narayan is said to pervade them. Bharata stayed alone there, and with flowers and fruits collected by himself, he would worship Narayana every day with a full and overflowing heart, overflowing with bhakti. He had passed beyond the stage where the pleasures and the pains of the world affect someone, and his heart was filled with peace, born of renunciation and detachment. He had reached the very ecstasy of joy which comes of intense devotion to the Lord. His heart would melt like water when he thought of Narayana, and tears of joy would often flow from his eyes. His heart was like a deep lake into which he had immersed himself and his ego and his self. Every day he would wander around, clad in the skin of a deer, and with his hair matted and dusty, he would invoke the Lord who is present in the rising sun. I surrender myself to that glorious power which created this world, which pervades this universe, and which it has created, which protects its beloved by the power of intelligence, which is the cause of the intellect functioning, which is lodged in the sun, thus giving its glory to the sun. Days passed thus for him, who knew no joy other than the thoughts of the Lord. Once, when he was seated on the banks of the Mahanadi, bent on his morning prayers, a piteous scene met his eyes. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.